Hello everyone, Jeff Holiday here, Shadowlay. So I am doing this live and I'm doing it right now, off the cuff, really quick, because this just happened and I am really pissed off, super pissed off. So as everybody's by now very much aware, there's lots of controversy right now between the. Let's turn this up just a little bit. A lot of controversy right now between the mainstream media and alternative media. A lot of this stems from PewDiePie and the Wall Street Journal and that kind of thing. But it's not only just that. We knew that when this whole thing started, there was going to be a very big backlash by mainstream media trying to basically take the piss out of things that they deem as not part of the club of news. And it has absolutely happened. Absolutely happened. And the latest one is Buzzfeed. Oh, Buzzfeed. And this is garbage. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna read this article that just came out, and we're gonna read it together. I think I have this set up right. Did I click that one? Look at that, professional. Ha! Eat your fucking heart out, mainstream media. Kya! A 30-something shitlord in his house, fucking nailing it. Fucking pro, man. All right, we're gonna read this article together, and we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna make a fucking point. I hope. All right, BuzzFeed News. This came out just today, written by Joseph Bernstein. How YouTube serves as the content engine of the internet's dark side. And before we get into it, I want to look over here. This is Josh Bernstein's Twitter page. This is Twitter wall. You can see he's promoting his article right now. But I saw, when I was scrolling through this, I saw some interesting stuff. This man has some very, very biased political views, which is fine. Everybody does. But then down here, this just kind of pissed me off. He posted this 2 days ago. It's a big spread that says circumcision I did not consent. It's got a picture of men. It's a protest image about how they were not asked for whether or not they want to be circumcised. They were just circumcised as children. And his very clever, very compassionate caption is snowflakes everywhere these days. That's nice. That's nice. Josh, Joseph. Excuse me. I was saying Josh. It's Joseph Bernstein. He's a BuzzFeed news reporter. And I thought he had a different title, too. Senior technology reporter. Excuse me. Senior technology reporter at BuzzFeed News. BuzzFeed News. Yeah, BuzzFeed News. We'll get into that. Everyone knows that Twitter and Facebook spread bad information and hate speech, but YouTube, which pays for conspiracy theories seen by millions, may be even worse. And of course, he's got to have David Seaman there. Good old David Seaman. If you guys don't know who David, actually he says who David Seaman is. I'll let Joe explain. David Seaman is the Pizzagate king of the internet. On Twitter, Seaman posts dozens of messages a day to his 66,000 followers, often about the secret cabal, including Rothschilds, Satanists, and other nabobs of the New World Order, behind the nation's best-known super-duper secret child sex ring under a DC pizza parlor. But it's on YouTube where he really goes to work. Since November 4th, 4 days before the election, Seaman has uploaded 136 videos, more than one a day. Of those, at least 42 are about Pizzagate. The videos, which tend to run about 8 to 15 minutes, typically consist of Seaman, a young, brown-haired man with glasses and a short beard, speaking directly into a camera in front of a white wall. He doesn't equivocate. Recent videos are titled Pizzagate Will Dominate 2017 because it is real, and hashtag Pizzagate new info 12/6/16 linked to pagan god of pedophilia / rape. Yeah, that's Seaman. That's David Seaman. He's a lunatic. He's an absolute lunatic. A ridiculous, pedantic fucking wanker. I mean, say whatever you want to say about Pizzagate or whatever. The way, if you've ever watched a David Seaman video, you know how ridiculous it is. It's incredible. Seaman has more than 150,000 subscribers. His videos, usually preceded by pre-roll ads for major brands like Quaker Oats and Uber, have been watched almost 18 million times, which is roughly the number of people who tuned in to last year's season finale of NCIS, the most popular show on television. So what? His biography reads in part, "I report the truth." And anybody can say that. Anybody can say, "I report the truth," because there's nothing wrong with saying "I report the truth." It's just a fucking statement. Obviously, he doesn't. He's a conspiracy theorist wingnut. But this makes it try and sound like it's so much vastly worse than it actually is. I would pretty much guarantee you a huge chunk of the people who watch David Seaman because he's hilarious. Trying to figure out how somebody can be that brain twisted is actually a lot of fun. I love watching some videos by obviously mentally ill people talking about the most ridiculous things out there. I enjoy that. And that they have that many views over the course of his entire YouTube career compared to one day watching NCIS, ooh, that's just designed to try and make it seem like it's something very dire, very, very, very dangerous, you know? And it's obvious. It's an obvious ploy to people's emotions, and I think it's very disingenuous to frame it that way. In the aftermath of the 2016 presidential election, the major social platforms, most notably Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit, have been forced to undergo painful, often public reckonings with the role they play in spreading bad information. Forced? Nobody forced them to do that. Nobody forced them to do that. They did that because that was the choice that they made. Either they were beholden to their stockholders or to some manner of the public, had enough outrage and they didn't want to deal with it, but they changed because of that. And some of those changes may be good, may be bad. I think most of them have been bad, to be honest. And yet there is a mammoth social platform, a cornerstone of the modern internet, with more than 1 billion active users every month, which hosts and even pays for a fathomless stock of bad information, including viral fake news, conspiracy theories, and hate speech of every kind, and it's been held up to virtually no scrutiny. YouTube. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. There is plenty of scrutiny on YouTube. You know who scrutinizes YouTubers? YouTubers! That's the fucking point. That's the whole point. You just said there's a billion users a month. 1 billion. 1/7 of the entire fucking planet's population uses this website. And they are only the people who produce this type of content. They are scrutinized and they're criticized by people who use the website. The beauty of it is that one person with a good idea, or one person that's just really motivated and really funny from fucking Sweden, can have more of a social reach than established ivory fucking tower news media organizations. Like, that's the beauty of YouTube. That's why it's so incredible. Jesus, I'm fucking fidgeting because I'm pissed off. Fucking. The entire contemporary conspiracy industrial complex of internet investigation and social media promulgation, fuck you, which has become a defining feature of media and politics in the Trump era, would be a very small fraction of itself without YouTube. Yes, the site most people associate with Gangnam Style, pirated music, and compilations of dachshunds sneezing is also the central content engine of the unruliest segments of the ascendant right-wing internet and sometimes its enabler. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck your website. You smarmy asshole. Holy shit. You know what? Here. Check this shit out. These are from Buzzfeed. What is your inner potato? Leonardo DiCaprio might be a human puppy. The top 10 dumbest Buzzfeed lists you're embarrassed to say you clicked. 15 hedgehogs with things that look like hedgehogs. 21 foods that forgot how to food. Oh. You don't like it because it says some things that you don't like, but trying to like throw shit on YouTube for having fun content. Look at your own website. Fuck you, BuzzFeed. To wit, the conspiracy news internet's biggest stars, some of whom now enjoy New Yorker profiles and presidential influence, largely live on YouTube. Everybody lives on YouTube. Some of them on the site's news channel, InfoWars, whose founder and host Alex Jones claims Sandy Hook didn't happen, Michelle Obama's a man, and 9/11 was an inside job. Broadcasted 2 million subscribers on YouTube. So what? 2 million people want to watch Alex Jones. That's their fucking choice. Do I think Alex Jones is a fucking maniac? Yeah. Great memes. Great memes come from Alex Jones. But, like, if you take Alex Jones too seriously, you don't know how to have fun. Maybe that's what your fucking problem is, Joe Bernstein. I don't know. Maybe you just don't understand what fun is. So does Michael Gorilla Mindset Cernovich. So too do a whole genre of lesser known but still wildly popular YouTubers. People like Seaman and Stefan Molyneux, an Irishman closely associated with the popular Truth About format. As do a related breed of prolific political correctness watchdogs like Paul Joseph Watson and Sargon of Akkad. Real name Carl Benjamin. Thanks for pointing that one out. Political correctness watchdogs. Sargon is now a political correctness watchdog. I've never heard it framed that way. Whose videos focus on the supposed hypocrisies of modern liberal culture and the ways they leave Western democracy open to a hostile Islamic takeover. As to a related group of conspiratorial white identity vloggers like Red Ice TV, which regularly hosts neo-Nazis in its videos. I have to clear my throat. Hang on. Okay. There's plenty of people that I dislike in that list. Plenty. But I especially don't like Red Ice TV. I've never liked Red Ice TV, and I personally do have an issue with Stefan Molyneux, even though I don't even want to get into that again. But I do have a problem with some of these things and some of the things that people say. But at the same time, they have the same platform to speak as I do. And if I can say somebody is not allowed to speak, then they can say I'm not allowed to speak. And I'm not willing to fucking do that. That's fucked. It's a fucked idea. The internet provides people with access to more points of view than ever before, YouTube wrote in a statement. When it comes to news, we have thousands of news publishers that present a variety of viewpoints available on our news house channel, youtube.com/news. The videos here are featured using criteria informed by, among other things, Google News. We're always taking feedback so we can continue to improve and present as many perspectives at a given moment in time as possible. Okay, what's wrong with that? And there's a screen capture from Stefan Molyneux. I don't think Stefan Molyneux is actually hosted on YouTube News. I might be wrong about that. If I'm wrong about that, tweet at me, because I might have more to say about that at some point. All this is a far cry from the platform's halcyon days of 2006 and George Allen's infamous macaca gaffe, whatever the fuck that is. Back then, it felt reasonable to hope the site would change politics by bypassing a rose-tinted broadcast media filter to hold politicians accountable. What? What? Why would you need YouTube to change politics? What the fuck? That's not what YouTube is for. YouTube is a social media platform. It's allowing people to speak, anybody to speak. As recently as 2012, Brother Jones posted to YouTube hidden footage of Mitt Romney discussing the 47% of the electorate who would never vote for him, a video that may have swung the election. But by the time the 2016 campaign hit its stride and a series of widely broadcast ugly comments by then-candidate Trump didn't keep him out of office, YouTube's relationship to politics had changed. So basically he's blaming President Trump on YouTube? What the fuck? Yeah. Calm down. Today it fills the enormous trough of right-leaning conspiracy and revisionist historical content into which the vast, ravening right-wing social internet lowers its jaws to drink. Shared... That's a very beautifully written sentence there, buddy. Shared... Fuck me. Shared widely everywhere, from white supremacist message boards to chans to Facebook groups, these videos constitute a kind of crowdsourced, pre-digested ideological education offering the truth about everything from Michelle Obama's real biological sex, 760,000 views, to why medieval Islamic civilization wasn't actually advanced. What the fuck? So what? Frequently, the videos consist of little more than screenshots of a Reddit investigation let out chronologically set to ominous music. I'll have you know, some of those Reddit investigations have led to people getting busted for fucking child pornography. But it's nice to see that you just have an absolute derision for citizen investigations in media. That's good. It's good that you could be so blatant about it, you know? That's fine. Other times they're very simple, featuring a man in a sparse room featuring a man in a sparse room speaking directly into his webcam, or very fast monotone narration over a series of photographs with effects straight out of iMovie. There's a financial incentive for vloggers to make as many videos as cheaply as they can. The more videos you make, the more likely one is to go viral. David Seaman's videos typically garner more than 50,000 views and often exceed 100,000. Many of Seaman's videos join ads for major brands. A pre-roll ad for Asana, the productivity software, precedes a video entitled WikiLeaks, Illuminati, Rothschild Influence, and Simulation Theory. Before Pizzagate, do we know the full scope yet? It's an ad for Uber, and before Hillary Clinton's horror show, one for a new Fox comedy. Most YouTubers have no direct control over which brands ads run next to their videos and vice versa. So here's where things are gonna start getting really fucking interesting in this article. And this guy he starts spurging the fuck out. And yeah, I'm kind of, when I get a chance to, I'm looking at the chat, and some of you have some brilliant comments. I wish I had put it up on this video, but we're trying to stay focused today. And yes, I do believe that BuzzFeed is absolutely trying to be the determining factor on what news reaches your precious little ears. Their derision, not mine. The trial isn't just wide, it's deep. A YouTube search for the term "the truth about the Holocaust" returns 500,000 results. That doesn't mean that there's 500,000 videos about Holocaust denial. That means because of the way it searches, it's probably going to search first for matches of the truth about the Holocaust, the truth about Holocaust, the truth Holocaust, about the Holocaust, etc., until it goes down, until it's, the about, or whatever. The top 10 are all Holocaust denying or Holocaust skeptical. Sample titles: The Greatest Lie Ever Told, which has 500,000 views. The Great Jewish Lie, The Sick Lies of a Holocaust Survivor. Say the 500,000 videos average about 10 minutes. That works out to 5 million minutes, or about 10 years of truth about the Holocaust. Again, you lying, disingenuous sack of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. If you... What is he again? A senior technology reporter. Senior technology reporter, which means that your job is to be as versed as possible in technology and the technology that you're talking about. And one of the most basic functions of technology on the internet is search. How search, you aggregate these various different websites, you can search through them. You disingenuous fuck, that the vast majority of the things that are going to be brought up in that search are not going to be that. Yet you're going to paint it. You're going to type it out on your little fucking calculator and be like, oh, this is really gonna get them, when they realize that's 10 years straight of Holocaust denial videos on the internet. No. Fuck off, you fucking asshole. Meanwhile, the truth about Pizzagate returns 250,000 results, including Pizzagate Definitive Fact Check, Oh My God, 620,000 views and counting, and The Men Who Knew Too Much About Pizzagate, who, per a teaser image, included retired General Michael Flynn and Andrew Breitbart. Sometimes these videos go hugely viral, with Open Gates, the forced collective suicide of European nations. Some of these titles are so dumb. An alarming 20-minute video about Muslim immigration to Europe featuring deceptive editing and debunked footage. Oh, you're complaining about being deceptive, are you? Okay. Received some 4 million views in late 2015 before being taken down by YouTube over a copyright claim. InfoWars: YouTube scrambles to censor viral video exposing migrant invasion. That's roughly as many people as watched the Game of Thrones Season 3 premiere. It's since been scrubbed off the copyrighted music and re-uploaded dozens of times. Okay. Good. It should be up there. Honestly, it should. Because I see no reason that you should not be able to upload, as long as it does not break the law, anything you want onto YouTube. That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole point. I'm not going to watch it. I find that shit to be disgusting. I have no interest in it whatsoever. It is not something I support. But I support everybody's equal right to upload anything that they fucking want, so long as it's legal. It doesn't hurt anybody. That one's, never mind. That's a different video. First circulated by white supremacist blogs and chans, with gates wide open, gained social steam until it was picked up by Breitbart, at which point it exploded, blazing the viral trail by which conspiracy right truth videos now travel. Last week, President Trump incensed the nation of Sweden by falsely implying that it had recently suffered a terrorist attack. Later, he clarified in a tweet that he was referring to a Fox News segment. That segment featured footage from a viral YouTube documentary, Stockholm Syndrome, about the dangers of Muslim immigration into Europe. Well, it sounds like your beef and Trump's beef is with Fox News not fact-checking the shit that they get from the goddamn internet. How is that a problem with YouTube? Isn't that a problem with the mainstream media? I mean, do you enjoy jumping up high enough that you can actually kick yourself in your own ass in public? I mean, if that's what you're into, man, it's fine by me, but what the fuck? Sources featured in the documentary have since accused its director, Amy Horowitz, of bad journalism for taking their answers out of context. And that happens a lot. I deal with that shit with pseudoscience all the fucking time. So what responsibility, if any, does YouTube bear for the universe of often conspiratorial, sometimes bigoted, frequently incorrect information that it pays its creators to host, and that is now being filtered up to the most powerful person in the world? Legally, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which absolves service providers of liability for content they host, none, which is good. And it kind of has unintended consequences, but we might get into that. But morally and ethically, Buzzfeed, you're going to talk about morals and ethics. Okay, but morally and ethically, shouldn't YouTube be asking itself the same hard questions as Facebook and Twitter about the role it plays in a representative democracy? The role it plays in a representative democracy. Motherfucker, the internet is not in the United States. Are you aware that the internet does not have a government? Are you aware that there are more countries on the planet than America, and that you cannot apply unilaterally American values to the internet? I mean, and I wouldn't even want you to. And I'm American. I love my fucking country. I love America. I love the rights and the freedoms that we have. And I have my own concerns about those freedoms being threatened. But I would not want to take the rules of my country and put them on the internet. I wouldn't want that. What role it plays in a representative democracy? Are you in some way inferring that there needs to be a censorship? How do those questions change because YouTube is literally paying people to upload bad information? No, they're uploading people that if they get enough views, they are entertaining people, and those people who are entertained are watching ads, and that ad revenue then gets partially put towards the creators. That's how it works. And practically, if YouTube decided to crack down, could it really do anything? YouTube does demonetize videos that it deems not advertiser-friendly, and last week, following a report in the Wall Street Journal that Disney had nixed a sponsorship deal with YouTube superstar PewDiePie over anti-Semitic content in his videos. Anti-Semitic content, you don't know what you're talking about. YouTube pulled his channel from its premium ad network, but such steps have tended to follow public pressure and have only affected extremely famous YouTubers. And it's not like PewDiePie will go hungry, he can still run ads on his videos, which regularly do millions of views. And I'm sure that pisses you off. That he is vastly more influential than your piece of shit site will ever be. And he's just some crazy Swede living in England, dicking around in front of a camera and raking in a shitload of money. And he's a nice guy while he does it too. But let's talk about the advertisement thing too. That's kind of an interesting one because if you have a video and it's very controversial, YouTube can mark it as not advertiser friendly, and that's because advertisers, the main advertisers that advertise on YouTube, and there's a shit ton, they can select certain types of categories or tags that might be tagged in a video or words that might show up in the title, and even it's rumored even in the description. I'm not really certain about that. But, you know, like, does Old Spice really want to be running an ad in front of a video that has rape in the title? Probably fucking not. Probably not. I'm just saying, probably not too terribly into that. And that's their right. The thing is that because YouTube is so massive, and actually, here, let's read this line. This is important for part of this. Ultimately, the platform may be so huge as to be ungovernable. Users upload 400 hours of video to YouTube every minute. 400 hours. Every minute is getting uploaded to YouTube. That's insane. That's insane. I'm uploading to YouTube right now. While I'm talking to you, you beautiful people, through the internet, through YouTube, I am uploading to YouTube. I am part of this grand data dump. The mass and total of human experiences, the hopes and the dreams, the pain and the joy of people all around the world are constantly and perpetually being uploaded onto YouTube. Now, before we get into what that means, back onto the advertisement thing. Obviously, YouTube does not possess the ability to monitor and check every single possible video. They can't. It's 400 hours every minute. How in the fuck are you going to keep up with that? How are you going to monitor that? You can't. So they use these automated systems, and they default onto bad programs like the YouTube Heroes and shit like that. And it's all just to try and basically be a stopgap maneuver. I've not been very happy with things like the different demonetization stuff that's hit me twice in videos. I just changed the title and challenged it, and my video was monetized again. I hate the YouTube Heroes thing, but I understand that this is because this is such a massive site, and that's how they have to deal with it. So the notion that they're going to, investigate the truthiness of things, it's a stupid concept. But then, again, 400 hours of video every fucking minute. That's mind-blowing. That is absolutely mind-blowing. One possibility is drawing a firmer line between content the company officially designates as news and everything else. YouTube has a dedicated news vertical that pulls in videos from publishers approved by Google News. Sure, maybe they could possibly do that. But the problem with that is there going to be a system by which a normal citizen can apply to become part of that news? Can they do that? If so, I might not have as much of a problem with it. But the big issue with this comes down to the idea of who is going to judge what is news. Who is going to judge what are the voices that should be the sponsored voices that you should be paying attention to? And that would invariably go against the basic fundamental principle of YouTube. That it's a massive video dump. It's a social media platform. Anybody can get big, just put the effort in, have something interesting to say, and have a fun personality that people want to watch, or a good hook, or something awesome. Retro nostalgia channels. Apparently, a super hot knife cutting through shit will fucking launch you in outer space in subcount or something like that. But that's the beauty of it. Is it's unfiltered, it's unmetered. But the sum and total of this is, and this is the big problem, is Buzzfeed is taking up an ideological platform in which they believe that YouTube in some way needs to be filtered. Either it needs to be filtered, or news needs to be more highly restricted onto what gets promoted as news. And they do have a problem. They say it in the fucking article. They have a problem with people making money by saying whatever ridiculous things that they want. Has anybody watched the History Channel lately? Ancient Aliens? Weird, wacky conspiracy theory shit? People enjoy that. They enjoy that. They like to watch it. They get a kick out of it. Or they believe it. Who knows? It's their choice whether or not they're going to spend their time watching that or not. Or is it because they would rather watch that than you, BuzzFeed? Is that what's sticking in your craw? And people who watch the fucking History Channel and all their crazy conspiracy theorist garbage, they pay for their fucking internet or their TV service. They pay to be able to have that type of entertainment. And who the fuck are you to try and tell somebody that what they enjoy, oh, well, that's inappropriate, if it's not fucking illegal? And what still is sticking in my craw is that this is BuzzFeed. You know, here, 5 stupidest lists from BuzzFeed. These are the type of people who think that the things you enjoy need to be put to a higher scrutiny. Yeah? Okay? 21 reasons Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder should get back together. Like, how their hair sometimes matched in style and length. Because it's thick and deep. Reasons why deep dish pizza is better than all other pizzas. Back to this one. What possible Illuminati member are you? 26 face swaps that will make you ridiculously uncomfortable. Which ousted Arab Spring ruler are you? Really? Really? So that's why I'm mad. That's why I'm pissed off. I am thoroughly infuriated with this shit. I feel like there's a constant fucking barrage of people who are trying to shit on and take down the things that we enjoy. I have been very blessed to have found the success that I have on YouTube. Very blessed. It has changed my life. It has literally changed my life and the lives of my family. And I enjoy it so much, wholeheartedly. But I am also very passionate about it because not only does it just affect me, it affects everybody. It affects everybody. That's why even people that I don't like, people that I find morally reprehensible, I don't want them to lose their channels. And I don't want them to lose their monetization because that would mean they would probably make less videos. And it's not because I'm watching it, but because people do watch it. And because if I take up some sort of moral fucking position and I somehow know better than what other people should be doing in some ethical or moral realm, what is or is not the right proper data to be consuming, no, that would make me an authoritarian prick, and I am never going to do that, and I find it reprehensible. I find it fucking evil. So what can we do about this? Well, we can talk about it, and I'm talking about it now, and I'm having a pretty good time doing it, even though I'm really fucking pissed off. Hey, buzzfeed.com/about/contact. They got a contact page. You know, you're mad you were circumcised? Oh, you're a snowflake. Joe Bernstein over here, yeah, well, this is his Twitter handle. You can let him know what you think about his fucking article. Now, I never, ever, ever bandwagon. And I don't want to bandwagon, but if you feel that these people are trying to speak for you or trying to influence the way in which you consume your media. How many people out there no longer watch TV and they mostly just consume YouTube? Well, I'm one of them. If you feel that this is the type of thing that is something that directly affects you, you know, maybe this is the time you should make a YouTube video. Your first. Maybe you should. Maybe you should write an article about it. Maybe you should just voice your opinion. But don't be silent on it. Say something, do anything. Just let it be known, because these guys aren't gonna fucking stop. Any random ass Kakistani fucking shitlord out there is a fucking threat to them and their ivory tower position as the dolers out of the truth. So fuck those people, fuck them, fuck you BuzzFeed, fuck you Bernstein, and to everybody else out there watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will speak to each other again super soon. I almost pulled a Boogie on that. That's Boogie's thing. I hope you have a great day. All right? Bye, everybody. Mwah.